Does it get hot?
It's got two internal fans.
I need 2 internal fans.
Yeah, especially after.
Dude, I can't believe that, man. I still feel sick.
Insane.
I feel like my ears are hot.
Yeah, that's the worst. If you don't want to, we can push it.
No, we're good. I'm here now.
We are here now. So,
Is it recording currently?
We are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good. Good evening, everybody. We are back with episode 2. I would say season 1 of Lowcountry Conversation After Hours. Hence the brews alcohol drink. Thanks to Matt.
Some may call it beer.
Yeah, I like it. What's hot? Let's see, full of one in here.
Dude, we had spring and it's gone now.
It is. Matt and I just got back from dinner from a local restaurant, and it was exceptionally hot inside said restaurant.
That's rough.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It changes your whole dining experience when your atmosphere internally is not where you think it should be, or you know what I mean. It wasn't even. It was mid 80s. It
was high 80s.
It was
high 87
yeah.
when they fixed the thermostat.
Yeah.
Replaced the thermostat, whatever.
So if y'all are new here or you don't know, maybe you're new to me. I'm Sean with SK, and I've got Matt, my good friend from Black Sheep, photographer, cyclist, health aficionado.
Sure.
Yeah. So figured I'd have Matt in, just kind of shoot the breeze, see what's going on, what's been happening.
If we could just get a breeze, we'll shoot it.
Yes, I would love to have a breeze right about now.
Still living in the stale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your Sony? It's good?
It's good, man. You know, I shot Canon for a really long time. And, okay, so let me back up. So when I was like 15 or 16, I got into photography. Okay. Which was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I wanted, at the time, I asked for Christmas an Elan 7 II.
Oh, wow.
Remember that camera?
Yep.
First time iFocus came out, the SID 2E. And I didn't get it. And I was like heartbroken. So I literally, this is like super shitty. I literally returned everything that I got that year.
To get that camera.
And I was short. So I went to the camera store to buy it, and they were like, yeah, it was like $100. And I was like, man, I didn't have $100. So I got a Nikon N6006. Okay. Which was incredibly complicated to figure out how to use. Those N90s, 6006s, 8008s, they were like, you know, kind of weird from a control perspective. But I used it for a little while. And then ultimately, like, my heart was always with Canon, and so I switched. Yeah. And used it. EOS 3s, 1Vs, A2s, A2Es, like, love that stuff. Went to Alaska with a bunch of Canon stuff, and you know, you grow older, and then you decide you don't want to carry a bunch of heavy stuff around. So I switched to Fuji, which you obviously use here, and love that stuff. Yeah. Then I bought a restaurant. Like, man, I'm never going to use this stuff. So I sold my Fuji kit, and then, you know, now 3 years later, I had a little bit of. I feel like I have some time. I don't have any time, but I feel like I should buy the stuff back. And so now, in 3 years, you'd think technology hadn't changed that much, but Sony is just like so advanced from an autofocus side. Yeah. What it isn't, though, is very user friendly. Right. You know, it's like pages and pages and pages of screens inside your menus that you got to figure out. And it's almost overkill. I would argue that in most cases it is. Yeah. You know, I don't make my living doing it. Do I need the camera that I have? No. No. But the autofocus is extraordinary. Yeah. And I bought it specifically because we have so many really great wading birds here, and migratory birds and shorebirds and that sort of thing. And my experience with my Fuji was that it just didn't get enough keepers for me. Yeah. You know, if I only have one day to go out and I spend all day and get 2 images that are worth keeping, right, like, exactly. I'm not a great photographer. I just like doing it. Yeah. So it wasn't worth it for me to go back to Fuji. But I do get an extraordinary high percentage of keepers with the Sony against what I came off of with the Fuji. Yeah, I get that. And, you know, the purpose of mirrorless in a lot of cases, for a lot of people anyway, is like compact bag. Yep. Which is cool until you start buying all these lenses, and then it's all out the window again exactly anyway, right. You know? Yeah, exactly. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm staring at 3 on tripods.
Yeah. One of which is Matt's tripod. We title it. So what's funny, and I know we told this, I think last time you were on camera with me, besides some of the food stuff that we've done, when I sat with you at Black Sheep, feels like ages ago.
Well, it was a while ago.
It was a while ago. We had met by a referral, UPS man.
UPS man. I don't know if he's even running around anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that guy in 3 years.
Yeah. So he came to your restaurant. So he went in and said, you should meet me, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And then you hit me up on Instagram, and I think the initial camera stuff was what at Spark.
Yeah, you had a Fringer.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a Fringer, and I was like, man, maybe I can put some old Canon lenses on my Fuji body. Let me go figure out how that thing is. And then right after we met, I sold my Fuji stuff. Yeah. I was like, man, I'm never going to use this thing with this restaurant.
So I appreciate the camera that the tripod rather you gave me. It's still in use. And again,
it's currently looking at you.
Yeah, Matt's tripod is what we call it. So
love that.
Another shout out to Greg Hepner gave me this cinema tripod that you're looking at. And which is it's a newer brand, but it's fantastic.
It's Lowcountry Lucky?
It is Lowcountry. Yeah, that Lowcountry.
At Lowcountry Lucky.
Yeah. Greg Still Hepner.
He's so handsome, dude. That guy.
That guy, he's a debonair. He is suave.
He's a pretty handsome fella.
He is. I'm editing a movie that we shot probably a year ago. Shame on me, I know. But getting to it, 34 scenes, 30-something scenes. I'm on scene 22. But every time he's in there, I'm like, God damn, this dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say his age because I don't know it 100%, but he's older than us.
Yeah.
And I just hope to look like that when I'm...
Well, you know, it looks like a guy who has some confidence about himself and, super stylish. Mm-hmm. But
very stylish.
Not really in your face about it either.
No.
It's pretty cool.
And he comes into the restaurant quite a bit, when he can.
I hesitate to say quite a bit on camera, really, for anyone, because then people started weird out about it. But he comes in when he's able. He makes
hit the lottery
reservations
a couple times and came in.
Yeah, he's gotten some cancels.
Yeah. Follow Black Sheep on Instagram. Krista does a great job of keeping everybody up to date. And you may have at least a 3-minute window of jumping on some reservations for a 2-top or a 4-top.
Yeah, if you don't have kids, you got to arrange sitters for it's probably the easier way to do it.
Yeah. So
that's it on the Black Sheep Talk. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, and we're done with that. How about that music I sent you on to that dude? What was it? I can't remember his name.
I can't remember the names of people.
But he was on, I guess, American Idol. Came in second place.
Second place, yeah.
And
blues is good, man.
Blues is phenomenal.
That's a hard genre to get into, too.
It is. So you're bluegrass.
Man, I listen to a lot of stuff. I really love Tedeschi Trucks band. Derek Trucks is like super good from a blues side too. And against popular opinion, maybe John Mayer, maybe one of the better blues musicians around.
He's a fantastic guitarist.
Dude, and he put out that blues album. I think he had some weird stuff going on with his record contract and was like trying to get out. So he made some albums, and that was like a very personal album for him. I think it was called Continuum.
Yeah.
And it's like straight up blues. Yeah. That dude's gifted, man.
He's phenomenal.
But I do listen to a lot of singer-songwriter. I listen to a lot of bluegrass music. It's weird. You're a kid, and my grandpa, my dad's dad, was like, that's what he listened to. He wore overalls and drank moonshine and listened to Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder or whatever. And when you're a kid, it just sounds like noise, all this like tenor.
You don't appreciate,
you get older, you figure out what you're made of, and I guess I started listening to bluegrass when I was 19, and so for the better part of my life, I've been really enjoying it, and it's not for everybody, but it is for me.
Yeah, and that's what works. Where was I gonna go with that? Teskey Brothers.
Oh, Teskey Brothers are outstanding. Like, who knew they were from Australia?
Exactly. They're they're the AC/DC of that genre.
That's wild.
It is ridiculous.
Them guys are wild.
Yeah, dude. Phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, we listen to Teskey Brothers finally were on my menu pretty good bit in Black Sheep.
Yeah.
Listen to that stuff a lot during the daytime. And The Dip, California Honey Drops, all kind of in a similar genre. But, like super fun music. I listen to a lot of mainstream music. It's a little bit watered down for me, but
no, I get it, and certain things I don't. What happened for me if I'm on TikTok and something comes across that I like, I've got a series of one hit wonders, but a series of one plays that I'll go through and hit up and say, oh yeah, I remember this one, I remember that one. And I found a handful of ones on TikTok that I like.
It's fun for me on Spotify, man. I'll listen to like a Teskey Brothers song that like really hits with me, and so I'll just like go to that radio built around that song.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes it really works. I find the algorithm at Spotify to be a little bit more narrow than what I'd like.
Yeah.
You know, because you tend to like listen to the same shit over and over again.
I'm not on
which
Spotify.
kind of sucks. It's good. You should do it. I mean, I'm sure Apple does the same thing.
Yeah, they have songs and then stations based around certain things.
Yeah. It's the same stuff. I just wonder how different their algorithm is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have an Alexa here, and I'll play some lo-fi hip hop.
Probably listening now.
And let's see if she kicked on. But now listen. But it's repetitive. It repeats a lot. Because I'm just sitting here listening like this. Oh, I know.
Like, I know there's like 4 million songs in the world. Like, we only listen to 12.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So, my wife's a big Backstreet Boys fan.
Ah, yeah, I remember you guys went to that show, right?
So
backstage.
I've probably been
Backstreet's
4 concerts. Met them twice.
4 Backstreet Boys concerts.
Yeah, 100%.
Met them twice.
I've been on a Backstreet Boys cruise. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then so she texted. We were just talking about it. 30-year anniversary coming up. Dude. So we are going to be
30 years of Backstreet Boys.
Oh, dude, it's insane. And they're as popular now as they were at a certain time. Obviously, they died off with a little bit of a window.
Do they all have their hair?
Oh, 100%.
Is it plugs though?
AJ, I think, has plugs, but I think
how do
Nick,
look? They look nice.
Brian. Oh yeah, they look great. Oh, he's got
spend money. Throw money at it, dude.
He's got Backstreet Boys money. Kevin has great long hair. And here I am spewing off names like so. Kevin's
they're BFFs.
Dude, it's ridiculous. She is fanatic about him. So anyway, I think they're having a 2-day concert in Cancun, not a cruise. So we'll be going. Oh, we're going. We're going. Jason Derulo is going to be there, and some other people. So she sent me the information today.
You mean the receipt?
No. So it's still a pre-sale. Pre-sale hasn't happened yet.
I see.
So she signed up for it. Of course, she's part of that list.
Hey, Kelly.
And so I don't remember the date, but I was just like, I'll make it happen. Whatever needed to happen. Yeah.
SK will be closed during that period of time. Where is Tony?
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, we'll see. So Cancun, it's more like a beach party, which I think is a big thing now versus the cruise was nice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we're such fuddy-duddies in the sense that, we're tired. We don't want to do this. So we stayed in the room most of the time during the late nights when they were out and about.
So they didn't come to your room and hang?
No. That's a lot of sausage in that party.
Small rooms on a cruise too. If anybody's never been on a cruise.
Yeah. Oh, tiny.
Yeah.
We had a good time though. We did a Impractical Jokers cruise with Sal Murr. That's when Joe was there, and met.
Where'd you go on your cruise?
Cozumel.
Oh, the Impractical joke was like you just went on the ocean, turn around. and they took your money.
That was it. Yeah. So during one of the excursions, I'd met one of the one of the jokers in line. We talked for like 2 minutes or whatever, but it was pretty cool. Yeah. What was the last cruise you've been on?
I think I've been on 2. No, only been on 1.
Only 1.
Yeah, it was weird, man. Like, cruises, I don't mean any disrespect with what I'm about to say. It's definitely not meant to be. It's going to come across that way. It's like super judgy, and it's not. It's just like recognition of what happened.
Yeah,
right? It's just like kind of anecdotal.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, like, because I was dumb. I was like 17.
Okay.
A lot of people, like, that's the vacation that they take, but they don't have luggage. They have trash bags.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it was so weird when you get lined up to, like, get on your cruise that, like, everybody's luggage is in a Glad bag.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know it's yours?
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, it probably floats, though,
I'm sure.
I don't wish that on anybody, but, like, it probably floats.
Yeah, sure.
My bag's going to sink, so that sucks.
Yeah, they can be out here.
But I'd never seen that before. You're 16, you're, like, wide-eyed. Like, man, we're going to this, like, exotic place, Bahamas, whatever,
The worst port ever, I think.
Probably. I don't know. I remember just trying to get off the boat so I go snorkeling.
Yeah.
And, the cool thing is you just go and, like, give a cabbie too much money and they take you to a place that nobody else goes to. And it's like swimming in an aquarium.
Right.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like $400. You just eat all that food and get swelled up and then, buy some like duty-free booze and then go back to Orlando or whatever it was. But I've never been on another one. I don't know if I would enjoy it as much as a grown person as I did as a kid. I was kind of wide-eyed, and it was like a special thing.
I think depending on the destination and the ship that you're on.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you cruised on?
We were on Royal Caribbean.
Well, that's not bad.
No,
that's
it wasn't Carnival.
Just to get it. Yeah, it wasn't Carnival. Yeah.
Ooh, I would imagine the percentage of trash bags at a Carnival cruise is pretty high. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
I'm not like, it's just like socioeconomic recognition of like, it's a very cheap vacation.
Of course.
And so not everybody can afford to go on a super expensive cruise line.
Right.
And not everybody can afford to fly to Cozumel and book a hotel and stay in an all-inclusive. Like, there are different people. I was just like really surprised. I don't understand why all this trash is here. And then it's like, oh, wow, that's somebody's luggage.
Yeah, how do they label that?
I don't know. That was the thing for me. Like, I remember standing there going like, damn. I mean, I appreciate that, like, we can all have the same Samsonite, but it's got a luggage tag on it.
Right.
Like, those Glad bags literally look the same.
Oh, yeah. And if you
can you imagine if you're trying to sort that stuff? Like, you have a very short period of time to sort it, and like, all of it looks the same. How do I know it's like room 113 or room 117?
Yeah, that's insane.
It was wild. So that was my takeaway. It was fine.
Yeah.
You know, it was fun. Like, it seemed like the worst part of the cruise for me is the first part. We have to, like, everybody's up on the deck and they're doing like the life vest thing and like how to get on a raft.
Yeah. You go to your muster station or whatever they call it.
You stand literally underneath the sun.
Yeah.
On the deck.
Oh, it's
like, and it seems like an eternity. The boat's not going any place. They're all there, like all 4 million people that are crammed into that thing. Yeah, it was wild. It was wild, but economics are powerful on a cruise, man.
Oh, ridiculous.
I don't think there's a better value for a vacation.
No, 100%. And if you get lucky, I won some money on in the casino at one point.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I wish I had as a kid. I remember going in the Bahamas. I've always loved watches, and I remember trying to get at the time, this company Cora made a bubble watch. It was like super domed crystal, you know. And I went in some jewelry shop and tried to negotiate, but
didn't work.
I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm like too young to pay $2,000 for a watch or whatever it was.
Sure,
so.
I can see that.
But I still wish I'd gotten it. I still see one of those bubbles every once in a while. Like, damn, I should have got that when I was in Bahamas.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it now anyway, but
of course.
It'd be nice to have said that I got it, you know.
Yeah. Our daughter just went to the Bahamas. It was her first time going. She's cruised a couple times, Disney and stuff like that. But
how are the Disney cruises?
I've never been. No, she had went with her mom and some other people. I think it was fine. I don't know the cost value and what happens on those versus Carnival or even Royal Caribbean or anything like that.
What's the one with the sails? Silver Seas?
I think so. Yeah.
That seems cool.
That does.
On a giant clipper ship.
Yeah.
Eating alfresco on the top deck.
Exactly. Yeah. There are different levels of cruises for sure. I mean, have you heard all the horror stories about the Margaritaville cruises?
No, I haven't, but I am like not surprised.
So I've seen a few on TikTok where they walk in and I mean, literally the baseboards are beating all the hell. The carpet is a mess. It's just really ridiculous.
Just run down.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So much you'd want to leave. You get on it. But, you know, everybody does cruises. Kiss has a cruise, and, I mean, everybody's got...
That's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, and, I mean, I don't think I realized... I mean, I know you mentioned it, the Backstreet Boys thing, that there were these, like, booze cruises for bands.
Yeah.
As, you know, as big as they are.
Yeah. And it's nice, I mean, because there's some intimacy. I've took some photos of it. You know, there's like a small half-moon kind of stage enclosed, and you're sitting there, they're right there, and... Yeah. With her being a lifelong fan, it's, you know what I mean? It's
way more access.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Greater chance of running into them.
At the soft serve line.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Nick Carter right next to you, getting a little bit.
Are you a swirl guy? Are you vanilla or are you chocolate?
Yes.
You like it all?
I like it all.
You just put your face under it. You skip the cone.
Yeah. Like on Wheezing the Juice with Pauly Shore when he's getting a slushie on Encino Man. Oh,
that's right. Yeah. Well, okay, so then, like, so sprinkles or no sprinkles?
No sprinkles.
Not even chocolate sprinkles?
No.
You're just a purist.
Yeah. The texture and that, I mean...
It messes up for you.
It does, 100%. It changes the whole consistency of the ice cream. It's not ice cream anymore. We were just at...
Something happened to you as a kid or what?
Probably. Now that I think about it. A lot of shit's happened as a kid, but whether or not it's related to sprinkles and ice cream...
Who wrecked your sprinkles thing, man?
We were just at Yo-Yo's yesterday. Our niece is in town. And again, I did what I thought was, it was labeled cookies and cream, came out chocolate. And then I got vanilla with it. So basically just chocolate and vanilla. And Heath topping.
Oh, the Heath bars. They still make those?
Yeah. But these were
But
all
like they make them for froyo places. Do they make them in the grocery store? I've never seen one. I don't think I've seen one.
You know, it's.
I'm a Ferrero Rocher guy myself.
What's that?
The little hazelnut truffles.
Oh, really?
It's got a little crunch on the outside and then a hazelnut in the middle.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Is it?
I should have brought you some.
You
I didn't know.
Yeah.
That'll be the next episode, I guess. Eating Ferrero Rocher on camera.
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta undo the foil, so it's that weird like. What do they call that? When you're just like ESMR?
Yeah. ASMR. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
That would just make noise and breathe in the microphone for a little while, and then we'll turn off the.
People love that.
Turn off the camera.
Speaking of that, I've got four boxes of premium yums.
You want to eat one? Is Tony gonna be upset?
No. How's your stomach?
I mean, it's destroyed, dude. I mean, let's do it. Let's like put a cherry on top. It's probably all candy anyway. That's pretty much what we had for dinner.
He had just said that. I again brought my niece over. And he was showing her the boxes. He was, I'm kind of a chip guy. The bad thing about it for me, they're all.
It's all candy.
It's all candy. 100%.
That's what we've discovered.
Yeah.
You need to pause that subscription, bro. It's like it's enough candy. Well, we're just giving it out on Halloween.
There's one at the house, and Kelly, this is my box, right? And I'm like, yep, this is your box. So.
She opened it yet? Where's it from?
I don't know.
What, you gonna go grab one?
I'll go grab one. Keep everybody entertained.
Doing what?
I don't know.
So I brought these little tiny High Lifes because these are the beers that Sean drinks. And the weird fact about this is like it's also the only beer that Sean drinks. It may be the only alcohol that Sean drinks.
So I used to drink Coors Light.
Yeah.
Which is basically water. Bud Light.
I like for the win.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think going to your spot. Ooh, Austria.
Okay. Is there wine in that box?
No, I wish. Let's see.
It's for kids. Does that say pea snack?
It does. Paprika flavor.
What? Yeah. In Austria?
So this is an impromptu change in direction here. We're gonna.
I can't wait to follow that with these beers.
Oh my god. You throwing up?
Is it okay? Do you have a can? You gonna throw up on camera?
I would if I had to, but I don't. Okay.
That'll make the ratings.
It would. Spicy spikes, breadsticks, cheese, and turmeric. Without palm oil.
I mean, I don't know everything. Does turmeric grow in Austria?
I don't know.
Isn't it more tropical?
Tony?
Where?
Tony?
Tony.
Oh, these look disgusting. Kokos Rollin, taste of 50s.
I'm looking.
Is that coconut? Oh yeah, coconut soft candy.
I don't understand.
And I hate coconut. I like Mounds. I do like a good Mounds.
Almond Joys have nuts. Mounds don't.
That's how I know.
Sometimes you feel like sometimes you
don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great marketing.
Yeah, no, it's got me. India is the leading exporter of turmeric worldwide.
So here's what I suggest. We don't eat everything.
Since curcuma cannot be produced in Europe, which is turmeric, this whole box is a fraud.
Oh, this looks... That's
candy.
Big
candy.
Banana, chocolate-coated banana filling.
I don't understand. These are all tropical stuff.
Yeah. And this is all Austria. How is this?
It should be wine and chocolate.
Speaking of chocolate.
Not to distill all of it down to being two things in Austria. I know they produce lots of other stuff.
Sorry, Austrians.
No, thank you for the things you do make.
Zartbitter chocolate.
Just don't think it's turmeric.
Yeah. So we do have chocolate. We have cappuccino.
Oh. Is that what we're starting with? How are we doing this?
I don't know.
Where's the little cheat sheet thing? Is that a Twix?
It's called Bobby.
But is it a Twix?
Oh.
Hey, now that we're in after hours, remember that Korean one?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the dick park?
The dick park, yeah. That was ridiculous.
Oh, dark chocolate marzipan.
Milk chocolate bar with caramel and wheat rice Krispies. Actually, this probably sounds pretty good.
Oh, I see. The cheese is the preeminent part of the turmeric breadsticks.
Got it.
chocolate-covered apricot jellies.
Okay. Yep.
That's Austria's favorite fruit, apricot, I suppose.
I hate it.
Crispy caramel milk chocolate bar. Cheesecake wafers. Oh, dude. Chocolate tree stumps. Yeah, there's a lot of chocolate in here.
Yeah, there is. What I say we pick a handful.
Collective handful or handful each?
Collective.
Yeah, all right. You use your hand and whatever you grab is what you grab.
Let's see. I think I'm feeling this cappuccino.
Okay, I'm in a cappuccino because I'm about to fall asleep, so let's do that.
We'll try that.
Old.
So that's chocolate? Yes, old. It is 7:30 right now. We're filming this, and I should be in bed.
Yeah.
Contrary to belief, I do sleep.
I don't want to read the facts.
Let's pick it. We'll go chocolate. Then we'll go cheesecake flavor wafers.
After the chocolate?
Or first. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Where are those chocolate covered apricot things? Where are those?
Right here.
Yeah.
Go that
Let's
route?
start with that.
Okay.
Let's tear them open. Let's do this. What are the other boxes? Did you cheat?
No, I did not.
Oh, it's all a surprise.
It's awesome.
Dude, where'd you get this little ottoman thing? I think it's pretty sweet.
I want to say
Sean doesn't know.
I think farmers. But I don't know.
Dude, we should do the rest of this thing in a whisper.
It's got...
We should. It makes me feel uncomfortable. You're eating that one. I'm not eating that one.
Shit. A dog turd.
Poop emojis for the win. Can't wait to eat this. You're going to eat that one.
I am going to eat it.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
Thank you.
Sean took a ripper on the old slip and slide.
I did.
Dude, if you get the one that sucked all the other ones, it only counts as one.
Yeah.
That's the Saving Silverman quote. It's referencing nachos. Dude, how was that?
It's different. The gummy flavor. You like it?
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
It's weird, right?
Huh.
Well, I'm asked contemplate on that. It's called Universal Yums. Every time I always say Premium Yums, they need to change their name. Universal Yums. Subscription box. They have maybe 2 or 3 sizes. And they come monthly. From different places across the world.
Would you like another one?
No.
Ah.
He's thinking about it.
This is delicious.
Is it? Yeah, take it with you.
I'm never going to eat them again because I read the nutritional advice on the back.
That's my special treat.
Don't want to read that. You need to put them in the fridge.
I do. They've got a little bit of...
They started flaking apart.
They did. Well,
Man, that's good, though.
They've probably been sitting there for a couple months.
Sorry, everybody.
We got lives outside of filming stupid YouTube videos.
Work.
Yeah.
Work,
Always
Beckons.
work.
Goddamn work.
You want to go with this one?
Yeah, it's a cheesecake.
Yep.
We're really going to amp up this tasting menu we got
It
going
is.
here.
Yeah.
Progressive.
It is.
It looks like a
Where's the
Kit
Jeopardy
Kat
music?
without covering in the chocolate again.
It does.
Kit Kats are delicious.
They are
Kit Kat,
delicious.
if you're listening,
How do you
delicious.
How do you eat them? Do you break them
Oh, no,
apart?
I just bite them. I'm no sociopath, dude. I don't know what your problem is.
Oh.
Oh, wow. They're like sugar wafers.
They are here.
Can't wait to get this all over your carpet.
I know. I can have.
Ooh, my brother loved these. I loved them once they were like super stale. You could almost bend them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're going to touch tips. Oh, you said yes.
Oh, they are still.
Oh.
But
Cheesecake, Sean?
no cheesecake at all. Not even. This tastes like... Yeah, there's no way.
It's a little sour, though, huh?
A little bit. Well, hint.
More sour cream than cheesecake. Not that I'm mad at it.
Yeah.
Also, very sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. Well, we beat the deadline, September 13th, 2023.
Oh, we made it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure nothing in there goes bad ever.
No, not with the ingredients that are in it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not made of food, as it were, so.
100%. Yeah, I don't think there's any food in it.
Huh. I haven't had these since I was a kid.
I know.
He's like, my brother used to love these things.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's still alive. Chris, if you're listening, I love you.
You're a miracle.
He really is a cyborg. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
In better shape than me.
Checking in came on at 50.
Yeah, dude, you got a few years on me. My check engine light's on all the time.
It's insane.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting here drinking a fucking High Life and eating this stuff.
And it's a tiny High Life, bro.
It is. It is.
Mostly water.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing to say, but I don't think I could name a single artist that gets played on the mainstream radio.
Taylor Swift has a new...
Okay, you got me. Taylor Swift.
Well...
When in doubt.
I think a new
She's a
album
precious
coming
angel.
out. She is phenomenally a phenomenal songwriter, musician. But I think she's got something coming out about John Mayer, and she preemptively said, "Don't be mad at him." You know, a lot of her albums are breakup albums.
Yeah. Well, and there was a lot of conversation about like some grooming and stuff, right?
I believe so. I'm not 100%.
John Mayer is
Oh yeah, for sure.
something of a gigolo.
Yeah.
Also has one of the coolest watch collections in the world.
Does he?
Yeah. If you're unfamiliar,
Yeah.
huge watch enthusiast. Lost $1 million on one Rolex purchase.
Wow.
Bought it from, ooh, that smells like coffee. An extremely well vetted vintage Rolex person. And found out subsequently that it wasn't what either of the two of them thought it was going to be, nor was it what they negotiated price off of. So he lost $1 million.
Wow.
And when you get in that echelon of collecting, everybody does the best they can. There wasn't anything nefarious going on. It wasn't like the person that he bought it from like intentionally misled him.
Yeah.
That person did their best and, making sure that it presumably making sure that it was well represented, and it just wasn't.
Yeah. It sucks.
No, $1 million.
Fun fact, I sold a Rolex to start my business.
What kind of Rolex?
1972 Steve McQueen Submariner.
What?
Yeah. I was broke.
You realize if you still had that, you wouldn't have to have a job.
I don't know.
Who'd you sell it to?
Got on eBay.
Get out. How'd you get that watch?
I bought it from a jewelry store here.
Get out. You buy it from Chase?
Kynard jewelry store on Carteret on the right hand side.
Are they still there?
I don't think he's there. He's might be renamed.
Dude.
I bought it in
How? We've known each other for 3 years and you never told me this?
I don't know. Well, I hate saying that I had a Rolex because it sounds like I'm trying to be something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to the wrong people.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean the crystal was filled. It was not in great shape. It needed some work. I needed some money.
Remember what you sold it for? Don't say it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't an exuberant amount of money. It was enough to help us
Open up.
to get us
I
through.
mean, I sold some cameras.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Hey, this is really tasty.
It is delicious. Yeah. So shout out to fuck, I don't know. Nader Trufout. RUFFOUT.
Boy, you really nailed it.
I really. Cappuccino Geschmack.
Keep
Milk
going,
chocolate
dude. Keep
with
going.
cappuccino flavor.
I'm sure you're not offending anyone.
I can speak the American version. Let me read the English version. Yeah, just milk chocolate with cappuccino flavored filling.
Shout out to whoever made this chocolate bar that tastes like coffee.
Yeah, open mouth, insert foot. Yeah. Yeah, so that was, I mean, I hated to do it.
Yeah, well, that's interesting, though. Like, I think, I know for me anyway, there's a lot of assumption that I didn't save to have the money to open my restaurant, that, like, probably somebody else helped me out with that. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, you make sacrifice to do stuff you want to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's never been my expectation or thought or anything like that. I always assumed you, because now that I know you, before I didn't even, that wasn't even a thought in my mind, because why would I judge you based on something I don't fucking know? But now knowing you, it would never cross my mind that you were
Mommy and daddy money.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Not that there's anything wrong with those people.
Yeah, no, but it's
different.
It's different, 100% different.
You care about it differently. You look at it differently.
Yep.
Yeah, you start measuring like how many pieces of paper you throw in the trash,
Oh,
and how much
easily.
that stuff
Yeah,
costs
yeah,
you,
for
and
sure.
then how long it takes you to make the money back to buy that piece of paper.
Yes, exactly right. So a little trick that so I was in a restaurant business 23 years before this, 10 years ago, whatever. We would ask, our managers would be like, all right, now, would you do this if you own this place? Kind of put a little question in them. If they said no, why not? You're the acting GM. You're a partner in this location. You need to treat it as yours. It's never going to work that way.
No, those hypotheticals don't work.
No.
Those hypotheticals become very condescending.
Oh, 100%.
The only way that works is if you give somebody ownership of your business. And really the only way that works is if you give them like equal percentage of your business.
Right. This was, so we got paid, and I'll put it out there. So we got paid $1,400 a month. This is back in up until 2014.
Net or gross?
That's gross.
Oh, it is gross.
Yeah. It's $2,100 a month. Sorry, 14
okay.
is my head because of the years I was.
So $500 a week.
$2,100 a month, and then you got paid on your bonus was
you were
on
draw.
food, paper, and labor.
I see.
So your
you had
incentive,
metrics.
your incentive was to get all that money down. But the funny part about it was the bonus stuff wasn't. It was 1099.
Oh, so you had to pay your own tax on that stuff.
Yeah. So
it looks cool when you get that big old check and then you realize it's not yours.
Yeah, exactly right. I had an S corp and all that, so I had. Excuse me. Some help. You have to. So, but it was just kind of the deal, and to get the managers in there, you give them a percentage.
Sorry.
And that was kind of their way of holding the carrot in front of them, if you will. So the
harder they worked.
Yeah.
I fucking will. You bet your ass I will.
Show it. Hold it up.
It is literally a donkey and a carrot.
So what is that? Where is that from, and what's the meaning behind that for you?
Well, what you just talked about, man. I mean, I left a hospital career and spent all my money trying to learn how to cook and how to run a restaurant and be mindful of what was happening in that restaurant because it's not the typical business where you buy a pair of shoes for $50 and you sell them for $100 and you make the difference. That's not how restaurants work.
No.
And so I blew all my retirement money that I'd saved while I was working in a hospital, and you work really hard for people, and occasionally somebody will come in and say, hey, what do you want to do with yourself? And you tell them your story, and they're like, oh, cool, yeah, let's sit down and chat about it. And you go and chat about it, and you realize if you listen more than you talk, that those people were, promising you the keys to daddy's car for the weekend. You just had to do all the things to get it. And it's not your vision, it's their vision.
Exactly right.
It's your vision and their words.
Yeah.
And it's, a means for, and not saying that's the same for everybody, but my experience was it was more common than it wasn't. That the people who were trying to invest in you were really looking for their own interests rather than yours. And I got this tattoo several years ago as a reminder that if I was going to ever do my restaurant thing, I was going to do it with my own money.
Yeah.
Because then, if it falls, I fall.
Of course. And
if it's successful, I did it. But I didn't want someone looming over my shoulder every day saying, hey, man, Johnny and Susie asked for a cheeseburger last time they were in. They're coming in tonight. Wouldn't it be nice to make them a cheeseburger? I have no problem with cheeseburgers. They're delicious. But that's the thing. And, restaurants they're difficult. They're difficult to do well. They're difficult to do not well.
Yeah.
The only thing that is common in restaurants is the amount of work it takes to do them. And for me, giving up everything and to do it, I wanted to make sure it was mine, and it wasn't going to be that if I took somebody else's money. Right. It was going to be mostly theirs.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So,
you're softening the fall when it's their money and it's not your money.
Yeah, and I look, so Krista asks me sometimes, I have progressively worse anxiety. I've been doing this for 3 years, and Saturday night going into shift, my hands are shaking. Wow. And I can't make any sense of it. You would think it was gotten easier, and it hasn't. And there are lots of reasons that it has gotten more difficult. We can go into those another time, but I slept best the night before I opened.
Really?
There was no worry for me. Like, we'd gotten to be at a place where we got to open finally because of the COVID thing, and I think there was some relief there. And whether people liked it or not wasn't something that I was concerned about the only concern that I had was whether people were going to show up.
Right.
And I think all the work at that point had been done.
Yeah.
You know, so if people liked it or they didn't, the response for me was going to be the same. Like, we tried it, I made it.
Yeah.
Like, I did the thing I set out to do, and so, you know, obviously you hope that people do respond to it, and thankfully they have and continue to. But the work to that point had already been done.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize, based off my own naivety, is that the real work had really only kind of started.
I think people have a misunderstanding of what it takes to run a small business of any type, depending on what you're doing.
Especially creative business.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, you deal with it in here, man. Like,
Yeah.
creative business is hard. It's like hard as shit.
Yep.
You know, and if you're self-aware at all, if you're not just filled with, like, you know, hot air and hubris, if you're at least self-aware, dude. Yeah, I could retire on the number of people that I knew like that. But if you're, you know, if you care about what you're doing, it just becomes more difficult to do.
Yep.
Because you know, being hypercritical of it. And
for me, it's always worrying about, so we have some clients that are residual, that are on monthly contracts, and, you know, it's making sure they're happy and they stay, and we fulfill those contractual obligations, and then trying to get more. And then the new business that come in, the one-off stuff that we have to tie into that and make sure they're happy and that's fulfilled, and that fine balance of making sure there's, you know, there's this X amount of dollars coming in every month.
Well, and, you know, there's also so that's transactional stuff.
Yeah.
For me, the transactional stuff sometimes falls second to the difficulty of running a business and satisfying the requirement between your ears. You know, as we speak about sometimes, like, well, let's go take photos for fun. Because you do this for a living, like, you love taking photos. I don't necessarily want to cook on my day off.
Right.
It's not because I don't love cooking. It's because I don't want to wash the damn dishes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I want somebody else to cook for me because I love restaurants.
Yeah.
I cook in them all the time. Like, people think, oh, man, you love it. Like, don't you want to do it 24/7? Like, of course you don't want to do it 24/7.
Yeah.
You don't want to do anything 24/7.
100%.
But there are shades of it. You know, there are moments when I do want to go and cook, and I'm, like, super inspired to run a grill for 5 minutes or 20 minutes or 3 hours because I haven't done that in a while. My restaurant doesn't provide that for me, and that's the choice, right? That's the fun of it. There are people around, and it's like community, and we're drinking beers and laughing or whatever. Or at least in my mind, that's the way it works. But and then for you, it's like you're behind a camera all the time documenting these things that they're transactional.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're paid to do this thing, so it's work.
Right. Oh, 100%.
Occasionally, you want to go stand out at Hunting Island at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And stare at a dark sky and keep your camera from flying over at 30-mile-an-hour winds or whatever, because that's fun.
Right.
They're the exact same thing, and they're wildly different.
Oh, 100%.
And so the challenge for me often in the business is, like, how do you satisfy the thing between your ears? The business piece of it, the, like, P&Ls and the, you know, your income statements and all that sort of stuff, like making sure, to your point, that you have enough money to pay your bills and pay Tony and buy these lights and drink beers or whatever that is. Like, obviously that's the looming monster over your shoulder 100% of the time, even when you're asleep. If you're me, like, you worry about it when you're fucking asleep. Like, that's the madness of the business.
Yeah, waking up at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
And I think that it's fascinating for me to meet with other people who, you know, maybe not super entrepreneurial and they inherited a business, or they sort of, like, fell into one that they haven't ever had to, like, chase it.
Yeah.
That is a fascinating thing that you've never really had to, like, hustle or grind.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I think you don't have the value, or you don't have, I don't know. It's completely different.
It's totally different.
Like we said before, with the money aspect of if it's all given to you, or if it's right there from the jump, and there's no
consequence of losing.
Exactly right.
And that's the piece. Like, you and I have a fear. Like, man, I have a fear every month that, like, we turn the reservations on, nobody comes.
Yeah.
That's a legit fear. I talked to Darby with Trademark Electric a few days ago. I love you, Darby. Thank you so much for that chat. It was, like, super powerful. But, you know, that's a very real thing. And not everybody's had to feel that. You know, and I think it's that like that weird insecurity that some people have, and I think hyper creative people tend to have that, and people that have gone through some sort of downturn tend to have it.
Yeah.
Do you want to like, you know, you want to squirrel away all your acorns.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody to have your acorns.
Right.
You want to just keep them all for forever.
Yeah.
And because you don't know if you might need them, and that's a weird thing. And I think that making a business, realizing that you've got to facilitate a trade for, you know, a monetary thing to make your life work, but you're trading like creative energy and you're trading time. That's a really hard thing. I mean, you know, you don't want to say no to business, but occasionally, like, I want to sit on the couch.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I feel guilty when I'm sitting on it, or when I get up from that couch.
Never goes away.
All the stuff that I could have done or should have done while I was sitting on the couch.
Yep.
I feel like I've let something or somebody down because I wasn't working at home at 8 o'clock at night.
Yes, it's a weird thing.
It is 100%, because it just if I don't get it done, it's going to get piled up regardless, and then I got to do it the next day. I got to get up even earlier to get it done before I leave the house.
I have a saying in the restaurant. There's like no easy days. The only easy day was yesterday.
Yeah,
you can have one.
Yeah,
but tomorrow's going to suck. Big days.
Yeah. You're going to pay the consequence of not working for that, and it's tough. So before I go out of town, or if we do something, there's a lot of prep and preparation before that, or it's, you know, late night work.
The cup game, man.
Yeah,
moving all around.
Yep.
Yeah, it's rough. It's not rough. It's fine. It's better than working for somebody else who tells you when you go take a break.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm not knocking being an owner by any mean, or an entrepreneur. Or
no, it's just real talk though.
It is. No,
it's not an easy thing.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna go out and open my own business. That seems fun. Like, okay, cool. No, it is fun, but it's also work.
Oh, it's work. Yeah, 100% of the time, 24/7. Yeah, so many challenges.
Yeah, man, it's tough, and the tax thing is tough. Like, you know, we don't need to talk about that.
Oh man, fucking taxes.
How's that beer, bro?
Beer's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's another one in that giant red cooler over there. If you want to walk over and get one.
I don't know. How's your stomach?
I haven't stood up in a bit, but it does feel better now. Thank you to the restaurant.
Oh man. If you ever want to take one of my cameras, dude, Pentax, the Nikon N90S.
Oh, you're talking about the film
cameras? Nikon N90S.
Dude,
even a Polaroid.
N90.
I got a 50 mil 1.8, I think, and then a 70 to 200 maybe.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the N90S was the very first Nikon camera to use 3D matrix metering.
I believe so. Oh, I love it. It's
rad.
Just like it feels like shooting digital without the viewfinder, without the window.
You gonna get an F5?
I don't know.
F5 is sick, dude. 8 frames per second.
I know.
Full magnesium body.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's like big.
Yeah.
You got a grip built in.
Yeah. So, but for real, anything, if you ever want to borrow anything, I've got a couple of them. Even go old school.
You gotta shoot some film, some slides, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those of you who don't know me, which is probably the majority of everyone who ever watches this, I really like gear. I don't like stuff, but I like really well-made things.
Yeah, that serve a purpose.
Yeah, and I really love analog stuff.
Yes.
And I've always liked analog stuff. Like mechanical watches are really cool, and old record players are really cool, and old like glassware from the 20s and 30s is super cool, and old cameras. That stuff's fountain pens.
Oh, fun.
This turd bought me a wax seal.
Oh, yeah.
That shit's so cool.
Yeah.
I think because it encourages you to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, we take everything for granted that we have at an instant, at a push of a button. And
well, nowadays, man, you can't just like jam your finger down on the old film because it costs you like $3 an exposure.
Oh, you kidding me? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Polaroid's even worse.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah.
It seems like it's gained a lot of traction. Post-COVID, it seems like it's gained a lot of traction.
Sure. I think it has.
It's still not inexpensive.
No.
And who was it? Fuji just dropped all their rights for slide. Is it 120 or all film? Period.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
It's interesting how that stuff changes. Even though, younger people are more interested in it, It hasn't necessarily driven costs down.
It hasn't. If anything, it's still the COVID effect of where everything's more skyrocketed, and it's not because of a demand. There is a high demand for it, and yeah, I still got that one ISO film that I need to.
One. Yeah, you got to drag that out, dude. Did you ever get some of those images from that sort of land camera? Put on a T-shirt?
No.
Those ones are like cyan colored, and those are so cool.
They're in the box. I brought one of my Polaroid boxes from the house, so they're sitting in there, so they don't get damaged. But I need to do that.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Well, I know DTG. Film. Obviously, New South Shirts. Shout out. They do DTG printing.
Oh.
And so that would be a good.
Yeah, you should get a shirt made.
Yeah.
I'd buy one.
Yeah. Even better, a photo of you and me on that with a shirt made.
Oh, I'm into that. I think other people would, maybe at least one other person would wear that.
Oh, just two guys on a T-shirt.
Yeah, just living their best lives.
That's it.
Hey, what happened with the old kazoo factory? Was that super fun? The old Wes Anderson thing?
It was. It was.
One take?
Yeah. So what was funny about that is I'd seen the TikTok trend, so I kind of wanted to do it, and I was asking my wife which business would probably represent that well, and she came up with the kazoo factory, so I reached out, and the lady there, Sarah, had already wanted to do one anyway, so it's kind of a perfect opportunity. And then, yeah, literally just a one take. She kind of wore some monochrome clothing, and we went in and shot that.
They get good results from it?
Decent results. Yeah. Not nearly as much as the stuff I did with Monkey's Uncle.
Oh, yeah, well. There's a lot of bro love.
There was a lot of bro love with that. If you haven't seen it, I was over at Joe's at Monkey's Uncle in Buford, and we did the whole U2. It was a good one. And so Joe and I
gallivanting.
We were gallivanting. We literally skipped, so it wasn't a posed skip. Dude. We skipped arm to arm.
Yeah.
5 or 6 skips.
Beautiful.
He picked me up twice.
Was that off script? You just sort of went for it because the feeling happened?
I had thought about it early in the morning. I had an idea, and ran it by him, and he was down for it. So he cradled me in his arm, and I was blowing bubbles.
No, that's.
And then we swung in the swing.
It was good. It was a good video. I watched it more than once.
Yeah, no, for sure. Shout out to Tony for the camera angles. He was shooting kind of low, and I think it added to the dynamic of it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is man, Tony really nailed it.
He
on
did.
Angles.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw exactly what I wanted to see out of that.
Some up short shots.
Those are my favorite.
But it was fun. I think we got another one in the works with the Chamber of Commerce. Same style, where it's video. So say the chamber president, I'm probably giving away a clip here and someone's going to steal it. You know the big scissors that they use at ribbon cuttings? So it's going to be based around that.
Do they actually cut?
Oh, 100%.
No kidding. Are they made of metal?
They are.
Okay.
The ribbon's got to be super taut. I mean, it's got
so they're not sharp. They just
if not, you look like a fool.
Breaking it more than
yes, yeah. So there's going to be a skit around that, I think. I think I've talked him into doing that. It's not too cheesy.
You think we missed our window for the grand opening?
Yeah, I think so. What year are you going on? 3?
Yeah. No, we're going into 4.
On to 4.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
No, but I think
was just thinking, I want to hold the scissors.
Oh, we can Amazon.
Next video, we're going to do some scissors. We're just going to break it and action.
Yeah. I think our 10 years coming up next year. Well, I know it's our 9th year is July 9th.
Yeah, dude.
July 4th is 9 years. July 4th next year will be 10 years. I think we're going to do a party here with like a ribbon cutting or something like that.
You have a DJ?
Might.
Like that kind of party?
I think so. I mean, it's a big fucking deal. I don't see why not.
No slip and slides though, because the shoulder.
If it doesn't heal, God, dude, it's ridiculous.
But July, bro, that's like perfect slip and slide season.
It is. I got to get it ready for next year.
Yeah, you need to go see a PT.
Yeah.
If anybody's watching.
I've got a torn rotator cuff, and it's.
He's got to get back in his slip and slide shape.
I do. The folks at Riverview need me. So the reference to that was into the school year. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, you're reading it.
Okay, yeah. Oh, so I get it didn't automatically switch? Ain't no fucking way.
It's red.
$6,000 camera, and it won't switch from A to B.
Jesus, Canon.
What are you
You have to
doing?
switch to Sony.
Sorry, we had to switch.
Switch
Switch to Sony. FX3 is out.
Trash.
So we handle the stuff, photos and video for Riverview Charter School. Into the school year this year, 2023, last school year. I'd had some. My shoulder was hurting, and then the Rob, the dean, had dared me, double dog dare me, or triple dog dare me to go down this water slide. And I'd slip and slide. Sorry,
yeah.
With foam. Even better. So I was in pants and
you were in jeans, I think.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I can never back down from a dare.
Yeah.
What real
man?
man?
We're all
12. Exactly still. Right. Yeah. So anyway, I did it, but I'd completely forgotten about my arm. And I go full Superman on this thing, and I can barely lift it here, whereas this one can go whatever.
Yeah, you're officially broken.
Dude, it was ridiculous. I was in so much pain, and I had to hide it. And my arm went numb. It was just...
You walked it off, you're saying? You tucked it in? You didn't tell anybody that?
Oh, no, I told him. I said, dude, you got me screwed up. He went and got me some aspirin or Advil or something like that and some water. He went to the nurse's office and got me some.
So, man, this is a different story now.
Yeah. I was in the corner crying. No, but it really hurt, dude. It was probably... and I have a decent
this
pain.
was months ago.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're still suffering.
I'm still dealing with it. Yeah. No, it hasn't gotten any better. We got Water Festival coming up July 14th for 10 days.
At least it ain't going to be hot this year.
Yeah. We're lucky. Yeah. It's just going to be 105.
Everybody's just going to start combusting.
It's ridiculous.
How many people show up for that thing?
Every night's a little bit different. The concert night, they're limiting it now to only online ticket sales. So they can cap it. Okay. So it doesn't get overcrowded. I don't know. It's a good question.
How many people come collectively for the week? 50,000?
Plus
100,000? 200,000?
I'll say 100.
That's a lot of folks.
It is. A lot of people downtown. It's a great event for downtown. It's a great exposure. Not so great for downtown businesses. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Have food trucks and stuff show up for that? Is that just slinging the food?
Nope. They only have 2 food trucks inside, and it's from both schools. And then they rotate nightly.
So concessions, you mean? Like
exactly right. Yep. As a matter of fact, Battery Creek, shout out. We did their concessions menu. It's in the back. So we donated that.
And fries?
Exactly right. And sodas and stuff like that. So it's good for us. Like we donated that. And if I walk back there, you know, I get a free drink or something like that just for helping. So, you know, it's not what you know. It's who you know.
Yeah. That's what I'm learning.
Yeah.
How's your stomach feeling?
I'm not bad. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I could go for some ice cream or something probably.
Yeah, no sprinkles.
Dude, no sprinkles though. Dude, I've got a gut.
Yeah, I got a little food baby in there.
Always.
Don't show it on camera. That's gross.
Not just food baby, but...
Oh, that's legit.
That's legit.
You've earned it, bro. 50-something years of living.
Just 50.
You're over 50.
I am.
So
yeah, I'll be off. Yeah, exactly right. I'll be 51 in October.
That's not bad though.
No, they're just now, like my metabolism just stopped. Yeah, I'm at my heaviest weight I've ever been.
What is that?
140.
Oh wow, that's adorable.
140 at 5'6". Did you really? I'm small boned, dude. I'm petite.
Yeah, a little boned.
Yeah. And on that note,
well, this is fun, dude.
It was.
Appreciate you having me here.
No, of course.
Let me drink a beer on camera.
Yeah, no, for sure. First time for me. We'll see how it's.
Sean didn't finish his beer.
Well received. Oh my god.
It's probably warm.
It is.
Yeah. You really need to get your Canon together. This next go, man. We can't have the interruption of
I know.
memory cards.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if it's a feature that I did.
Yeah, probably the user error.
Hopefully next time we'll have the the R series, but
R5?
R5C.
R5C. Man, I hope so. I can't wait to see new gear.
I know you're excited.
Dude, I freaking love this stuff. So cool.
With the 24-105 RF on it.
That's an F4 lens?
Variable.
Oh, it is?
2.8 to 4.5, I think. Huh? No. It's not variable.
It's fixed, right? F4?
It's fixed. It's got to be F4.
I mean,
no. It's 2.8. It's 2.8. It's 2.8.
28 to 105, 2.8?
2.8, yeah.
Fascinating.
I'm almost positive.
I got a 24 to 105 F4. That's what my Sony walk around is.
Got it.
2.8, that's nice.
I think, yeah. My 100 to 400 is a 4.5 to 5.6.
Yep. That's Mark II?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Good lens.
Yep.
I like it.
Doesn't work with the RF though. They have adapters or no?
Yes, you can go. I can go
RF to EF.
Yes, like that. The C70 is an RF to EF, so that's an EF lens.
The RF mount's smaller.
Yes.
So just what?
Yeah, because it's actually 24-17 mil. And so I gain. It's like it's a inverter.
Yeah.
So I gain some space. So this right now it's at 17 mil, I think. So, all right. Thanks everybody. If you made it all the way through, we appreciate it. And
thanks for listening to us ramble.
Yeah.
About dumb shit.
Yeah.
And watching us eat chocolates.
Yeah. Thanks everybody.
Bye.